Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be playing a new game on the channel called Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. So yeah, let's get started. So today we'll be doing is simulating a battle in the 7 Years' War. Since I would do the Napoleonic Wars, but this is 18th century, which is actually 1700s. And yeah, Napoleonic Wars happened the next century. But yet you can see I used up all of the possible troops. And so yeah, the main strat for the French is to flank this end and just be able to take it all this out, but the British strategy just to get rid of all of the French. Start battle. I don't know anything about the 7 Years' War except for it happened and France lost all of its American claims. So yeah. But from the sky, this is the view. You can tell how many just pure soldiers there are. But also up in the top right corner, you can tell how many people each team has, and I'm pretty sure the British is team number 1 and the French is team number 2, so maybe it's the other way around, but I'm 99% sure that it is the British that are team number 1. Okay, but yeah. So immediately you can see the shots being fired. The British are fighting for their Battle, and the French are fighting for Quebec. Wait, no. Louis. It wasn't the. I'm pretty sure the French king at the time was the Louis the 15th or something, or maybe that's what was after. But you can tell that a lot of the British are no longer around. Yes, why are these models so creepy? And when you go inside their heads, you can see mouse, but why do they need mouse? The heck? Jump up! Get the musket out of the neck. Dang it, that didn't work. Until heavy casualties already have arisen up in the right-hand corner to right of the total kills. You can see what team, how many people each team has killed, and team 2 has killed about 100,000, but which I think is the French, but they are also 100,000 of their troops are dead too. So this is going to be a close battle. The British still have the numeral advantage though, so they probably will win. But you can tell just how many people have died. But pretty sure these guys were supposed to hold, and wow, these guys swooping. I forgot how I made this. But yeah, again, I have no idea what any of the battles in the 7 Years' War were, so I don't know. I just put down a bunch of troops and called it a battle. You can tell they're fighting for this hill. These guys are trying to get on the hill. Then these guys are protecting the hill. And then these guys over here are chilling. The deadliest, but you can tell that French troops have actually made big gains because they're walking over dead redcoats. But the French are fighting with baguettes. Baguette. The heck? I just saw a musket go through this guy's shoulder. But there's still so many troops on the battlefield. But the French have gotten their reinforcements coming in and that were behind them, and then and there still looks like they're, wait, no, I think they got them all, but so have the British. So yeah, the British do look like they're losing a lot of people, but not as many as the French. I can't tell who's winning. Technically, I think the French or I don't know. The British still have the numeral advantage. But yeah, back over at the flank. They're not flanking. So yeah, I don't know how much of an advantage they have. I mean, they are gaining ground. They're almost at the hill. But I'm pretty sure muskets are able to shoot like 60 yards at their limit. I have no idea though. I don't know where I heard that, but I think they can. But it looks like right here, like the British soldiers are kind of using this little hill as an advantage, like kind of as like a little dugout in, not baseball though, but yeah, so they don't have to worry about these guys, and like these guys, they can just shoot forward. So yeah. Looks like they're kind of trying to do this over here, but it's not working nearly as well for them. But yeah, and right here, they're trying everywhere. Here, they're just marching forward, but it does look like the French are losing a lot of troops, so they might lose. They probably will lose. I can't tell though, it's pretty close. But yeah, just a bunch of redcoats. Deceased redcoats. Then the French soldiers are starting to pile up on the ground too. But right here, it still looks like the British troops have a lot of people to send to the front lines. Or well, I guess they are kind of the front lines. Run to the front. The muskets look so weird in this game. So they probably actually look real weird in real life. I've never seen one though, so yeah. But up here you can tell like the front, never mind. I was gonna say they're running out of men, but it still looks like they have a lot of troops right here. But it does look pretty interesting when you go up in the sky, like as far up as you can get. It looks cool, but also weird. You can tell like where the guns are being shot from, so you can kind of tell what soldiers are shooting and what soldiers are not. But it looks like the British little dugout thing strategy is working pretty well. They are. Well, the French actually have killed more people. But the British still have more people, or the numeral advantage, which they've kept this whole time. So I think the British will win. I think at the start they did have the advantage with the numbers from the start. I just said from the start twice in a single sentence. I think I'm losing it. Over here, it does look like the French flanks are disconnected from the the rest of the French, so yeah, no, they're not gonna win this. That all their troops are like right here. All their troops. All their baguette firing troops. But yeah, you can tell that a war has waged here, even though it's still waging. But like, there are so many bodies. But remember, this is a game, YouTube. This is a game. This is not real life. But you can tell all these soldiers marching up here, their dugout strategy has definitely worked. But the French numbers are, I forgot what the word is, dang it. The French soldiers are, the amount of French soldiers is lowering. I really need to remember that word. I don't get why the French soldiers are so creepy in this game. So creepy. Dang, if I can get it on camera. Yet the blinking animation is so smooth for the French soldiers. I don't know why. But yes, they are about to get down to 99,000. Yes, they are under 100,000 troops, so they are probably going to lose. But once all these soldiers are, these French soldiers up here run out, a bunch of these British soldiers are probably going to go over there and wipe out that whole French group. I don't know how to say it, but they still have a decent amount up here. But I think most of their forces is right here and right over there. I don't know how well this side is doing. I just came over here and checking. Yes, they are not doing very well. This is like a 3,000 French soldiers, I think. Yeah, I don't know. British have lost the numeral advantage. They've lost the numeral advantage. They're gonna lose because their weapons are not, their muskets are not as advanced as the French muskets for some reason. So the French hold the numeral advantage. They're probably gonna win now. As you can see, like up in the right-hand corner, the British only have like 73,000 and the French still have 83,000. Dang. I thought this army, there's no way this army is gonna lose against these three little groupings. Maybe, like I said earlier, maybe the team 2 is the British and team 1's the French. I don't know though. I just feel like that this has to be over like 70,000 troops. I don't know though. Over here, basically the last troops remaining are fighting, and looks like the French might lose this side. Or, I don't know though. I don't know. But the flank has finally started working. These troops, or these French troops, have broken through the whole British army over here and now are making this main grouping fighting. These guys have to break apart into two, so that's going to be a major key to the French victory, I think. Yeah, speaking of the French up here, they aren't looking too well. Oh, I think these British troops are doing better, but yeah, I don't know. But it looks like the British over here might be winning this. Nope, the French are. But this flank was close. This side was close, but I'm 99% sure. Yeah, the French. When this is hand-to-hand combat right here. Why is there? Did you just? I am confused. But it's starting to look like up here the British might be kind of making a flank or encirclement around the French. So who knows what could happen? But they are only at 32,000 compared to the French being at like over double that. So I really can't tell what's side is what. I think the French are winning. Yeah, no, the French are probably winning the numerical advantage. I really hope that's how you say it. Or maybe the British are. I can't tell which team is which. But, yeah. The French, I think, are going to win. The French have a good shot at winning. Probably. Yeah, like, this is the only British force left. And they're, like, starting to be surrounded. Or at least on two sides. Maybe three, but that's only, like, 100 troops. But, yeah, what are you guys doing? Oh, you're going back up that front. Okay. So, it looks like the British are going to lose this, fake 7 Years War battle. I don't know how to say it. Sorry, I had to take a drink. But, dang it, I left my mind. French are moving in the thousands over here, or the British are not gonna win this. They are dropping, like flies. Or well, yeah, kind of. I wonder in real life how many flies die every second. That's a weird thought. But over here, the British are, like, taking 500 of their troops, trying to stop, like, the 100 French troops over here that still remain. Or maybe none of them remain, I really don't know. Oh, yeah, like, 5 of them remain. 4 of them. Scratch that, none of them remain. But, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a French victory. I don't know. I wish there was a way to speed up this. I know in other games there is, but not Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. But now the British only have one side to worry about, and it's this side. But they could win this, but oh, they're only at 8,000 people. Yeah, no, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win. The British are not coming. $7,000, $6,000, $5,000 British troops remain, and they're dropping like flies. This is all of them. This is all of them. Well, they have like a couple over here, but this is like all of them. 4,000. Only 4,000, and then the French have just like 52,000. Heavy casualties though. I think they both started out with like 400,000 people. So really, no one won this. Well, the French are, but really they lost so many troops. Was it even worth it? Yes, the final British troops are dying. 2,000. Almost 1,000 troops remain. Like the Great French Migration, they're all running over here to find these guys. 1,000. Less than 1,000 British troops remain. 100 British. Less than 100. Less than 100. Why is there... They are not dropping that quickly in numbers anymore. What the heck? 3 British troops remain. 1 British troop remain. Where is he? And just like that, the French soldiers won. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, and goodbye.